Okay, Lay, you could do the introduction, please. Okay.
Okay. Great greetings, everyone. We're going to be doing a studio study on Dr. Seuss book, and to think that I saw it on Mulberry Street. When I leave home to walk to school, Dad always say to me, Marco, keep your eyelids up and see what you can see. But when I tell him where I've been and that's what I think I've seen, he looks at me and Stremo, Sturman, sternly say, your eye sight much too keen. Stop telling such outlandish tales. Stop turning
Minnows.
minnows into whales. Okay, now that I can, what can I say when I get home today? All the long way to school, and I all the way back I've looked and I've looked and I've keep careful tracks, but all that I've noticed except my own feet was a horse and a wagon on Mulberry Street.
Is it my turn to read?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
That's nothing to tell. That won't do, of course. Just a broken down wagon that's drawn by a horse. That can be my story. That's only a start. I'll say that a zebra is pulling that cart, and that is a story that no one can beat. When I say that I saw it on Mulberry Street. Yes, a zebra is fine, but yes, the zebra is fine, but I think it's a shame. Such a marvelous beast with a cart that's so tame. The story would really be better to hear if the driver I saw were a
Charioteer.
charioteer, a gold and blue charioteer,
Chariot.
chariots,
Chariot.
chariots, something to me rumbling like thunder down Mulberry Street.
No, it won't do at all. A zebra is too small. A reindeer is better. He's fast and he's fleet. And he'd look mighty smart on old Mulberry Street. Hold on a minute. There's something wrong. A reindeer hates the way it feels to pull a thing that runs on wheels. He'd be much happier instead if he could pull a fancy sled. I feel like you can read again.
Ari,
A
a
reindeer
and Sel
like
Slay say anyone could think that of that Jack or Fred or John or Nat said even Jane could think of that. Yeah. But it isn't too late to make one little change. A sleigh and an elephant. They something strange. I'll pick one with plenty of power inside, a blue one with plenty of fun in his eye. And have and then just to give him a little more tone, have a Raja with rubies perched high on a throne. Say that make a story that no one can beat. When I saw that, say that I saw it on Mulberry Street. Mulberry Street. But no, but now I don't know. It still doesn't seem right. An elephant pulling a thing that's so light would whip it around in the air like a kite. But I mean, say.
Oh, you have to go to the page. Yeah.
But he looked simply ran with a great big brass band.
A band that's so good should have someone to hear it, but it's going too fast that it's hard to keep near it. I'll put on a trailer. I know they won't mind if a man sits and listens while hitched on behind. But now is it fair? Is it fair what I've done? I'll bet those wagons weigh more than a ton. That's really too heavy a load for one beast. I'll give him some helpers. He knows he needs to at least.
So he's just like making these animals.
But now what worries me is this Mulberry Street runs into bliss unless there's something I can fix up. There'll be an awful traffic mix-up.
It takes police to do the trick, to guide them through where traffic stick. It takes police to do the trick. They'll never crash now. They'll race at top speed with Sergeant Mulberry himself in the lead. The mayor is there and he thinks it is grand and he raises his hat as they dash by the stand. The mayor is there and the aldermen too, all waving big banners of red, white, and blue. And that is a story that no one can beat. When I say that I saw it on Mulberry Street.
With a row of its motor and airplane pairs and dumps out confetti while everyone cheers. And that makes a story that really not bad, but it still could be better. Suppose that I add a 10-foot, a 10,
Chinaman.
Where? Oh,
Is it my turn?
a Chinaman who eats with sticks, a big magician doing tricks, a 10-foot beard that needs a comb. No time for more. I almost home.
I swung around the corner and dashed through the gate. I ran up the steps and I felt simply great, for I had a story that no one could beat. And to think that I saw it on Mulberry Street. But Dad said quite calmly, just draw up your stool and tell me the sights on the way home from school. There was so much to tell, I just couldn't begin. Dad looked at me sharply and pulled at his chin. He frowned at me sternly from there in his seat. Was there nothing to look at? No people to greet? Did nothing excite you or make your heart beat? Nothing I said growing red as a bee, but a plain horse and wagon on Mulberry Street. How a plain horse and wagon on Mulberry Street grows into a story that no one can beat.
Alrighty. And to think that I saw it on Mulberry Street. So the first question I have for everyone is what is this story about?
It's basically about what he saw on Mulberry Street.
Are excited that's on Mulberry Street.
What was that, Leia?
Are excited things that
He's seen.
he's seen that's on
It's on Mulberry.
Mulberry Street.
Hmm. Okay. So
Say that I was speaking to my sister about the books that's bad, and I could say he just really didn't like Asians.
Yeah, because there was one part where he was saying like a Chinaman who eats with chopsticks or something.
yeah, why do we think that this is one of the 6 racist propaganda books by Dr. Seuss that were banned?
Yeah. I think he banned because for he could like hide all the bad stuff.
Why
Well,
do you think what we read was banned? Do you think we read anything that was racist?
racist. I think those police, because those police are white. They look polices and they're like have bicycle. So I think those behind the blue elephants or those white police are racist.
I think that there's one part that I didn't like that like the policemen or the people are playing the drums or whatever. They're like whipping the animals. Like he looks so happy just whipping them, and they're African animals too. So
Why do you have any ideas of why you think this book was banned?
Yes, I got any idea. Book is completely 100% bad. Is because Dr. Seuss was racist, so he had to like write this down, write this. He had to hide it to make sure
can you go to the
nobody can find it that Dr. Seuss is racist.
Can you go to the page before it?
See all those 3 motorcycles? Those are polices.
Which page?
This looks so terrible. I cannot believe. I think the man that's sitting down on the elephant is like, giddy up, like
Exactly the page like before the Chinaman page, where they showed like
yeah.
yeah
angry. I
No,
really want to snack Dr. Seuss.
This one?
can you go down a little bit so I can see like the
Dun, 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 dun.
yeah right there.
Yeah, what are you seeing here? What
I
about
know.
the
See, I think the red.
It's like racist. It's racist because um,
say again?
that they're making the Chinaman make the book interesting.
Mm. So Missy, do you have any ideas to why this is one of the 6 books to be banned?
Yes. Yes, I know one.
Just that what I said. I don't really see anything else.
Mm.
Um,
I think it's just offensive of how he portrays other races and how the animals are always portrayed in the book, I guess.
Yeah, this this book, the all I what I the the most racist thing I'm picking up from it is this page right here. Um,
Yeah.
but the overall what this book is about, um, I don't know. I feel like there could be something more that that we haven't touched on yet. Like what is up with this this person wearing like looks like some kind of Indian outfit.
Yeah.
What's up with him like being on the animals and the white people being the ones with like technology, cars and stuff. And this is the second time where we're seeing in a Dr. Seuss book where the the person who could be classified as non-white is in some kind of is always using an animal to get around, which is
Hmm.
could be racist. Could be racist.
I know
Hi,
one.
this is Ash. I was gonna say I didn't even notice that, but that's so smart. Like the guy on the giraffe and elephant, and he's also, getting whipped too because they're all he's whipping them. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
I
What
know.
about the lady on the airplane?
Um. Oh, see, I didn't even catch that. Maybe it could be a homage to I forget Amelia
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
Amelia Earhart who but it's representation, racist man versus woman, you know.
I know one.
What?
His way.
I know one that is the flag are like blue and red for sure, and they're like I think they're like celebrate like all the white people.
Yeah, I do remember that page you're talking about where it even says something like the red, white, and blue. Is that the page you're talking about, Lily?
Yeah, the red and white and blue.
Does anyone remember what page that was?
It was with the flags. Mm,
Like towards the end.
It's towards the end. Yeah, like
Yeah. It says the mayor is there and the aldermen too, all waving big banners of red, white, and blue. So, okay. So I guess this is an even more important page to decode now because we got the concept of America,
yeah,
and it could be seen as the brown man, non-white man
yeah,
having notice how the old white guy is being like carried around and paraded around by all the white people, and the brown man is helping to help him, right?
Yeah,
So
he's carrying the whole band.
yeah, so I'm decoding this as it's actually the white person in the back who's being entertained, they're being taken care of. The brown person or the person with the exotic clothing is just to help, you know, and
Mhm.
maybe he's just like helping them. Yeah, he's literally just doing a job. He's actually just working for them.
Where's the old guy?
He's behind the parade right here.
Oh yeah, I see him. I see him.
Yeah.
but you don't see the brown people.
They try to disguise it so it won't look so. But
Yeah,
it's a,
so it looks like there's white people.
Mhm,
that you notice by the turban on his head.
mhm.
And why is it like police and stuff, and then they have like American flags and stuff?
Mhm.
Uh, it could be because Dr. Seuss was very so-called patriotic, which I think is just code for racist. What do you guys think? Why do you guys think there's all the police and all the like these also look like some kind of military people because those things on their shoulders reminds
Yeah,
me,
Yeah, they remind me of like the people.
yeah, for some kind of cavalry or something. I don't know.
And it's really weird because in the book that we read before, there it was like a Chinaman too, and then like there's one here, and then there's like exotic animals now, maybe from Africa and stuff. It's really weird.
Yeah, maybe this book was published during the so-called Yellow Peril when race and white supremacy was even more fearful of the so-called yellow man. So it says 19, it's like 37, 57. Um, but yeah, Dr.
37.
Oh, 37, yeah, 57, I really can't read it out. Yeah, but Dr. Seuss definitely, like I think Z said earlier, did not like Asian people for whatever reason. Um,
It just shows the control that the police and everyone has, and people are like okay with it and celebrating it.
mhm.
And it's like super weird because like why is he like chopsticks? Like why does he have to like say that? And like it's weird because he's like the only one.
I don't know how other way he could have drew, but it's just racist due to he got a bow and some chopsticks, and you're basically saying he's jumping around. So obviously that's what he's good for, jumping around.
And is the guy over there that like wearing black that has his like hat on his like hand and he's like up there with the American flag? He looks like maybe he was like a president or something.
yeah, that could be the mayor. I think that's a mayor.
Yeah, it seems like a mayor or a president or something like that. And like the police are there because they're trying to like cover for him or something, like what they do now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't know he was like the
Maybe
man.
sorry. Maybe the guy, the old man, he like in the back. Maybe maybe he's like I don't know, butler or something. I don't know.
Oh, he said an old man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
long beard.
in the back in that little house.
Oh.
I see the old man as one of the as a person who has spent their life practicing white supremacy, and now he's very comfortable in the system of white supremacy, and there's many avenues of enjoyment of entertainment he can seek out. So yeah, honestly, it's racist man, racist woman, racist child, racist elders. You know, anyone who can be a white supremacist should be suspected of being a white supremacist. Because we got Dr. Seuss week happening at Z School right now, and 6 of this guy's books just got banned because he hated black people and was a white supremacist. But yeah, then he's still being he's still being celebrated because in the system of white supremacy, people like Dr. Seuss, racist propaganda like this is celebrated and just pushed around. I mean, yeah, circulated around forever.
And there was a thing in my class today. I didn't remember about this today. Well, it's like when my teacher, we went into the meeting, and he was like, "Oh, you guys see that? It was like Dr. Seuss, and he was like, let's read a book, and we read like maybe a little bit of it, but then it was like the eggs and green eggs and ham or something like that." And I was like literally ready to tell them about what we were doing, but I didn't want to say anything.
I don't blame you, Z. That's what she almost did last week. It was Dr. Seuss week. She almost blasted the whole conversation on the last day. I just said, let that last day ride. I think the adults know,
Yeah, I literally just wanted to say something, but I couldn't.
like that.
The only thing that I don't like about this book is like the Chinaman and like all the police and like basically the mayor and like how they're whipping people or the animals or something.
Okay, everyone. So who are the in this book in this story? Who are the white supremacists, racist suspects, and who are the victims?
I think the Chinese.
Specific.
Mm,
Mm,
mm. And that mayor.
the mayor of the victim?
And remember,
And that
everyone.
man with the elephants.
The girl?
Yeah.
Wait, you said that the mayor is a victim.
Yeah.
They remember that in a system of white supremacy,
Mhm.
white people can't be victims. They can't be victims in the system of white supremacy because they're the ones who have the power.
And they can do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Chinese people. And the man that who's riding with the elephant and the giraffe. That's
Mm.
the one who's victim.
And who are the white supremacist racist suspects?
The the um the
I think they're the police
the
and
the
like the mayor and like everyone else.
the president
You mean the
and
mayor?
those soldiers.
That's policeman.
I mean those police. and those like those musical
And definitely the guy in the
bands
back.
and the man in the back.
Mm.
I think it's all the white people. And the guy that I'm like really racist is the guy that's holding the whip.
Wow. Love your answer, Lay and Z. I absolutely love your answer as well. Couldn't have been a better one, honestly. Everyone white is the perfect answer. Whenever asked, who are the racist suspects in any situation, whether it's a story, movie, or something that went down, who are the people to blame? Who are the people mistreating people? It's the racist suspects. And those people are white. So that was a great answer, Z.
And the thing that's like really interesting is that basically all the white people are like have their mouths open, like ooh, so happy, laughing, like they're laughing, but all the people are just like have a regular smile, like they're just miserable, like look at the animals, like so sad. And then the guy that's holding the whip looks so happy.
Yeah, he's definitely looks like he would be so like having fun. He's like he's having fun doing this.
He
Yeah.
got his feet up.
He's like, oh yes, I finally got picked. Finally got picked to hold the whip. So happy.
I would been smacking with the gun.
Uh, so is this book trying to teach us anything?
Um, I don't think no.
I guess it's teaching us that you can have fun and keep refining the system. All in Mulberry Street, in any street, other you know, in any street in any neighborhood.
Hmm. I think this this story is teaching me a lot about just the mind of the racist child because it seems like the white child just has a into it like and they want to just go out and explore, conquer things, dominate things, and the way that Dr. Seuss shows white children thinking and shows them using their imagination in these awesome grand ways could is not surprising to live in a society where we have white children, white people doing things that the average black person wouldn't even imagine doing. But it goes to show the kind of different fantasies we are conditioned in white supremacy.
It's it's crazy because like in the last book, he was like thinking about what would happen in the zoo, and in this book, it's like it's happening, right? Oh no, he's thinking about it,
Yeah, it's the same thing. He's the
and
same.
it's like
Mhm.
they're both like just thinking about really interesting stuff. And it's like these are like kids that are thinking about that. I feel like Dr. Seuss is telling like the kids to maybe think about these stuff, and maybe like if like a white person or like kid was like maybe like looking at the book and they're like, oh, I can do, I wish I can do that, and like maybe they got older and maybe they did it.
Yep. Like definitely teaching white kids to think outside of the box and just to use their noggins and use their noggin a lot. Lay, you're gonna say something? Did any Any problems get solved in this book?
No. Well, I don't think so. If-
Yes, I think so.
What problems do you think were solved, Lay?
The problem is that that they don't have one they don't have a single black people, a single that have be best friends forever, best friends with a white people. They just be racist. It's only white people. Is not a single black people. Not a single one one teeny tiny paper. There's no black people having fun with white people together. Now that's the problem.
Uh, so wait, the problem is that there's no black people in the story.
They're just having fun with white people,
Mm.
like 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 the slavery over, and they can have fun together with black people and white people.
I feel like the animals are representing black people because they're like whipping.
Oh, oh, oh. They look like they don't want to be in the parade.
Mm. Lay, what you said just brings me to this question. Now the question is, can white people and black people be friends in the system of white supremacy?
Yes, they could. No, 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 no. They cannot be friends.
Why can't they be friends?
Well, because if they be friends with white people, then they would like beg them. They would like they don't have like the terrible life of the white people.
I feel like that if they were friends together, like maybe the white people would be like, I have a black friend and I know them really well. Maybe this is like the other non-white people in the world. So then they can know them better and then they can just take over the world. Well, they already did, but
They gotta change the sense
they'll
of
they'll
what so
I feel like they will like know like non-white people better, black people better, and like
Mm.
try and like do other stuff to the world.
yeah, I think they're trying to like be their best friend because they're trying to know the black people, for they could like change their life to terrible, and they still have to like kill themselves for they gonna have a good life, a terrible life. They're trying to make black people kill themselves for they could finally have a good life.
Mm. So, Lay, I heard you say that no black and white people can't be friends under the system of white supremacy. And Z, I heard you say something about what was your answer, Z?
I don't think they should be friends.
I said can black and white people be friends?
Um, no.
Yeah, yeah, and I agree because a so-called friend they wouldn't allow the system of white supremacy to mistreat black people 24/7, and white people they have the power to end the system. They really do, but time and time again, they've shown us that hey, they don't have the they don't have the willpower to do so. And that brings me to the next question.
What's
Why?
the next?
Uh-huh. Why do
What's
you?
the next? I'm sorry.
Why do you? Why do y'all think white people don't want to end white supremacy?
What's the question
Did
again?
you say white people don't want to end white supremacy?
Yeah, why do you think white people don't want to end white supremacy?
Oh, okay. I
Because um, I I think that why they want to be with black people,
I think that maybe
why they want to be in the white system,
they- I
why
think
why do white people
I think I
be,
think
oh there you go.
I think that maybe it's because they have like all the power, and maybe they don't want to like let that power go because they want to do anything they want.
Oh, that's a great answer. Leia, would you like to answer?
I think why they don't want like to be like racist because they're probably like black people will have a better life, kind of like a bad life. I think like a bad life, and white people, I mean white black people will have a good life, and then white people not gonna get. They're just gonna be sitting as slaves and doing all this work, and then and because if that will have no power, then all the black people will, all black police and all those is all the black people is going to be in here, and then the white people will represent those slavery versus the animal. So I think why that's yeah, and that why that's why how white people's gonna be sad and black people will be happy.
So you think that they don't want to end white supremacy because they'll be sad and black people will be happy?
Yeah, they won't be happy. They're like, hooray! I could be rich, and then I could whip the animals that represents white people.
Well, I think that it'll still be the same. Like people will still treat white people better, but white people will just have less power.
Can
Yeah.
I comment?
Yes.
Okay, I'm looking at this from the educational standpoint, right? To why they would ban this book. And remember, I tell you, I've never seen this book, so I'm paying attention to these pictures. And that's what children look at more than those words. And I think, from my personal understanding, I think it was probably banned because of the way they mock or betray the Chinese people here. The one with the chopsticks, right? And then the one with the 10-foot beard. Now, I've seen Chinese people, and they do have beards, some of them, right? That 10-foot just was over exaggerated. And then it went to the point saying he needs a comb. So that means it was nappy. Well, 10 foot long would definitely make it definitely be nappy, but I think it's the mocking. And then with the all of the jobs of the white people in the story, they have the comfortable jobs, and the slave or the lower class people are putting their lives on line, like with the airplane. That is dangerous for him to be on that ledge throwing out confetti. Then the other one, he's in a hole, but the lady, she's in a comfortable seat. The mayor is in a comfortable seat. The people in the band, they're comfortable. So I think that's part of what they looked at, that was very racist in how they portrayed that. And then the animals being whipped, that was mistreatment, just straight out, right? And then based on the other book, we realized the animals were really portrayed as Black people. So the mayor, he was on an elephant the first time. Then the elephant wasn't taking him fast enough. So then he had to get 2 giraffes to come alongside him. So that's more extra show-offism on his side to work them even more, so just so he can be paraded and seen in a good light because he's the mayor. Now, I didn't see where the alderman was, but they say he was there too. But maybe the alderman is in that house. Where's the alderman? Because he's a part of the mayor's staff, that alderman. But it seems like all of the white people are portrayed in a good light, but the non-white people, they're mocked by the way they look, about how they eat, and the labor that they're doing. Look at that's dangerous for them to be out of an airplane throwing confetti out like that. But that's what I picked up, why I think it should be banned for those reasons itself.
Leia, can you stop writing on the screen?
Yeah, I agree. That's thank you for that, Miss Williams. That was really, really great analysis on what we're looking at. Are you calling the Ottoman the the person with the turban?
No, the mayor is the one with the turban, right?
Oh no, the mayor's right here with the black suit, I
Where?
believe, with the black suit
Where?
on
Show them
top
to me.
in the air
On
balloon,
top of in the
the,
over
and
here.
the and the air balloon on the
Leia,
left. On the left.
can you stop going on the screen, please?
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird too when she was saying that the old man too in the back too. It looks like he's mistreated.
Yeah, and this page right here, very suspicious. It takes police to do the tricks, to guide them through where traffic sticks. It takes police to do the trick. I don't know. It could just be programming kids to just trust the police, worship the police, want to be.
Police are awesome.
Yeah, want to be the police.
Oh yeah.
Sorry about the drawing, little Sophie.
It's an interesting book.
Indeed.
I didn't even spot the police.
Let's maybe get into closing comments. Whoever is, can you stop drawing on the screen?
Leia, can you stop, please?
So for me, just a reminder that the black child and the white child are trained very differently how to think. The black child is trained to want to go out and get many things, many material things, while the white child is trained to go out and want to do many things, many great things, and use their imagination. Whereas the black child imagination is really put in a box where we really can be clocked by wanting to be some kind of athlete, some kind of entertainer, some kind of non-serious person for the most. And it's because it's training. It's because racist man, racist woman have an army of racist men like Dr. Seuss who produce material like this book that help to dominate and brain trash slash brainwash us 24/7. So I'm glad we're here decoding this stuff. I'm glad the youth is being able to understand what we're dealing with. It's really profound discussion, despite it not being that overt as if I ran the zoo. Still very, 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 very suspicious, and of course, racist propaganda, which I suspect all of Dr. Seuss's books to be.
Yes, I think they may have to go back and look at a few more. Because once you find that um, racism is in 6 of them, it's in the other ones too.
Yeah.
Racists don't work that way. They're not going to just put it in 6 books and not put it in the rest. It's just that you would have to go back and look at it carefully to see where it is, because it may be disguised.
Yeah, there's we're gonna probably also decode If I Ran the Circus, which is not in the one of the books banned, but it just sounds so racist. If I Ran the Circus.
Oh, you already know that is. That title is racist.
Yeah, yeah. But closing comments, Miss Williams, Miss Lay, Miss Z.
From what I've seen of this book, I would never buy it. I would never teach from it because it has no value of building self-esteem for children, except maybe white children, but for as any other children, it's nothing to build self-esteem. No. That's
Lay,
it.
Leia.
We're doing closing comments.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah. We're doing closing comments.
Can I do a closing comment?
Oh yeah, and also if you learned anything new this meeting, add that to your closing comment.
Well, I got closing comments.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
share
my
as much as you want.
closing comments that I just like um I just like the I don't like the story, but at the same time I do like it, but I don't like at the same time.
Okay. Well, my closing comment is that it's crazy.
Sorry about that, Sophie again.
Okay. Well, that is crazy that they has a lot of books that are just about children or that are just thinking about these stuff. And yeah, I remember that's children. And I don't like how he says that the police, you always have to think that the police are the best. And I knew that he likes to say stuff about chopsticks and stuff. And the thing that I really didn't like is that the whipping. I just did not like that part. I just can't stop saying about that part, but I just don't like it. And just that's it. And it was a really interesting book, and I liked how we decoded it.
Thank you. Yeah, he really does not like people who use chopsticks, commonly known as referred to as Asian people. Leah, closing comments. Did you learn anything new?
What's closing comment? Yeah, I learned about those racist people and those supremacy white supremacy people. And that's what I learned about them.
I learned that it seems like they're trying to teach kids that you can run things as long as you start with your imagination first to keep refining the system and not to change it. But basically, the way that they have everybody involved is not the way that makes it balanced.
There's so many.
Hmm. Yes, Ms. Williams.
I found a function. Look like the chat is there too.
Yeah.
I learned one thing is that the propaganda of racism, white supremacy is so refined that it doesn't matter who the non-white people are. They're going to mock them. They're going to make fun of them. And they're going to always put themselves in a good light.
Agreed. Also, one thing I'm constantly remembering and learning is that the race and white supremacy, why it's so refined and why it works so well, is because it's hidden in plain sight. Because I had this book, I had a stack of these books in my home. Not once did this page stick out to me, you know? Because if you don't understand race and white supremacy, oftentimes you won't either see what you're looking at or understand what you're looking at. But
Mm-mm.
guarantee whatever you're looking at
There.
is white supremacy. Hidden and in plain sight. Plain sight. That's why
I
it works so
agree.
well. Um, Final thoughts. Anything else to add, anyone, before we wrap up? Any new thoughts pop in anyone's brain computer they want to share before we wrap up?
No, my brain computer did everything.
Okay. Outsource all this data. Love it. Love it. All right. Thank you everyone for participating. I'm gonna end it there. I can't see the YouTube live, but if you have watchers, thanks for tuning in. See you next week or tomorrow.
All right, you guys.